Hello there, and welcome to, it's been quite a while, but it's a 1v1 ranked against Red Arrow, who is a Platinum. I think he's 4th of Platinum at the time of this video anyway. And I will say, this video, this video isn't live, okay. The gameplay's live, but me speaking isn't, so, yeah. But other than that, it's just a normal ranked game, so, yeah. Bit different, but we'll see. As you can see, I'm starting off with a basic bot air, and I think I do bot air, so yeah, okay, I do. So I think it's, I think that's a good opening. Just means you can still get enough units out, but you also get quite a strong air presence. And as you see, I went with a third air factory there. I don't know if I stick with that or not, but well, I guess we'll see. It's kind of like I'm watching the game for the first time, except I'm not. I remember parts of this game, but it was long enough ago that I don't remember it fully. But yeah, as you can see, I started off with 3 fabbers there. I will say, it has been a bit since I recorded the last video. I do have all I can really say is sorry, but yeah, I've got another one coming. I can hopefully, I don't know if I'll get another one after that, but I'll have to see. Time's been tight. Right, as we can see, just sort of scouting, you can see all the, some fab movement. I'm getting them fabs out because, well, that's why I was scared of a spark drop, and there was a spark drop. He managed to drop a spark, get that spark down, and even if he isn't able to take out my fabbers, he's stopping me from building. Yeah, I have to keep microing them away, it means he's getting a head start there. And it looks like it's going to get the metal too. Is it going to go down? I assume it is. But it might not. There's a lot of micro, and it survives, which is good for me. Now, I will say, because of that, I am a bit behind as it is. And I've got 2 more fabbers coming out, but to be honest, I think I was a bit late with them fabricators. I should have got them out a bit sooner. I mean, you've seen the fabbers down here in the picture-in-picture, top on the right there. And there's also more fabbers coming out of that bot factory, which Red Arrow's, well, he's pumping out even more bot fabbers, so I assume at this point he's got three groups of fabs, where I've only got 2, which is not a good sign because it means I'm behind. But as we can see, after that spark drop, I'm trying to catch up and get another snipe. And I see, as you can see, what I can see, is 2 unprotected fabricators, so I either have to like hover bomb, or just get like the perfect sort of bombing run to get them both. And here they go, that's 1. Okay, and I got them both. And also you can see his air force moving around. It was moving around my fabbers, but he didn't try and take them out, so got a defensive turret there. It was a bit premature looking back, but if I remember correctly, there's some units there, some docks there. So I suppose that ended up working out that turret. Or at the very least, it doesn't have to kill any units, it just has to sort of dissuade them from attacking. Though I will say then docks kind of, as you can see, they've sort of stopped me from expanding to the 2 mechs towards the center of that side of the map. So instead I'm sort of going off to the side, which I mean is fine, but it's not amazing. Also, again, I've got 5 fabbers, only 2 fabricating groups. I really need more fabbers. It is probably best to say that when I did play this game, it was the first game I've played in a couple of weeks, so I was a bit rusty. I've always got that excuse running for me. As we can see, just building away, and here I'm finally getting out some fabbers and some air fabricators too. I think this is quite notable. He's just idling his air force there, which you never really want to idle your air force. I recommend, if you're gonna like look away, and you look away from your air force, I would just like send them somewhere near your side of the map, because otherwise they're just going to be idle and get ticked off, as you saw there. Now, I've finally got some more bot fabricators coming out, and they're going down that little avenue there. And what else are we doing? Also, I got up them F. I don't think I noticed it. Oh yeah, there's a fabber right there, 3 fabbers there, but unfortunately, I think the docks started shooting the mechs there, but that was unfortunate. But they're just going to get taken out. But yeah, well, we have 2 more bot fabbers coming up that side, and bot attack. And I believe I haven't moved them yet, but I do have the air fabricators. Oh, there we go. I like doing air fabbers on that map. Just sort of dropping down a factory in that center bit, followed by the metal. It's a nice way of not locking down the center, but getting a foothold in the center, just without having to. You can expand out that way, but I didn't, so I just got an air fabs that way. As we can see, I'm sending that bot force to where that metal is. And over here, we got the fabricators and quite a few units. And they're just, he's noticed, so they think they're just going to get away. However, as you can see, I targeted the anti-air there because my air was coming in. And, well, I mean, I managed to kill the spinner, which just leaves the stingers, but his air force was sitting there. And I managed to take out the all 3 fabricators there, which is great news. And thankfully, he didn't move his air in. So I'm going to grab that metal. It's quite close, that metal. I don't like that placement looking back. I built a turret, and then I put a factory right in front of it. And of course, turrets can't shoot through factories, so it's just, yeah. I mean, unless they go around the factory, they're just not going to get shot. Also, I noticed throughout this game, it happened quite a few times, but look, I just have idle fabricators hanging around all over the place. So I'm starting off a T2 factory there. Them two, yeah, where do I send them? Not sure. Also, if you noticed, I'm not sure when it happened, but the 2 fabricators I sent down to the little platformed area, they got shot down at some point. But my air fabs are doing great work. They managed to get down a factory, some metal, great work. And factory. Probably needed, I think you can get away with that turret there. They're getting that T2 up. Vehicle fabricator there, that's just gonna go into that big old metal field, so that's good. So as we can see, he's bombing away the few units there I sent to take out that metal, but my air force is gonna come in, and I've picked off 1 bomber. Oop, gotten a bit too close, and his air force there, I managed to catch it off guard and pretty much eliminate it. I probably should have kept going, but yeah, if you notice, I have 7 bombers there, which is enough to start metal bombing. And I mean, I pulled him back there just because I didn't want him to know how many bombers I had. But yeah, I'm pretty sure at some point soon I will just start metal bombing. Well, it's literally just what it is what it's called, bombing metal. And I believe 7 bombers is enough to bomb metal in 1 pass, so I can just fly over and take it out. So they're taking out the metal there. I think it's quite important because it basically means your opponent either needs to get up a bigger air force, which is probably the better option, or alternatively they just need to start spamming anti-air everywhere, which is costly. Now we've got quite a force there, but he's also got quite a force, so it's a bit of a, yeah. We've got a couple of fabricators there. Getting out 3rd one too. Now over there we've got a bunch of units coming in, and I don't have much to defend against it. Thankfully though, there's very little anti-air. I was going to say none, but there is some. Ah, beautiful bombing run. Oh, yeah, he just started building anti-air just a bit too late there. And I can just take out them 2 mechs. Though I will notice, I have noticed all this air micro, it means I've got a ton of idle fabricators just not doing anything. Including the commander, it seems. And look, there's them 2 mechs right next to my base which just have not been claimed. And another thing, I'm floating metal. I really need metal storage. I won't be surprised if I build metal storage in a second. So I'm getting out some more fabricators. I'm sending 1 of them to finally claim that 2 metal. Them 3 are getting another factory up, okay. And what else we got? These 2, they're getting, I'm just spamming factories now. If your economy is doing good, sometimes it's good to spam factories as long as you're not building too many. And I was a bit cheeky there. I sent them FABs to claim all that metal, which I bombed earlier on the other side of the map. Risky, and it's a bit cheesy too, but, you know, if it works, it works. Oh, yep, I built quite a lot of FABs on that side of the map, and all them docks coming in, they will get taken out by that turret, but they did a bit of good damage, and that T2 factory is up, which is very important. I usually notice when I get up T2, I start to think, Wait, does my enemy have T2? Which is usually when that second stage of scouting finally comes back to me, and I get that thought of, oh yeah, I should totally scout. I think that's what happens. But yeah, as we can see over here, I'm completely overrunning his defense on this side, but he does have reinforcements coming in. And I can't move in my air yet because of that Gambiter, so... And there goes the Gambiter, so I can move in my air force now to finish off. Spinner preferably go down too. Okay, it's going to go down anyway. And now it's just a case of, yeah, bombing all that metal again. An air force, if you have air superiority, it can mean a lot. And now, as you can see, there's air forces sitting idle. My camera's glitching up a bit. But I lost a lot of bombers in that, which is unfortunate, but I can wipe out his air force, thankfully. And I'm going to move in to take out them fabricators. Yeah. It would be good to have more bombers, because, well, I've lost a lot of bombers. Now I'm down to 4, which is still a good amount, but at this sort of stage in the game, you need... I think it's a good idea, especially with air superiority, to get more than 4. And yeah, I'm building up a turret there, but as we can see, he's got T2. So no matter how many turrets I build, yeah, that's not gonna win. Yeah, I sort of changed my what's it called, my queue there on my T2 factory to Slammers and Blue Hawks. Slammers for T1, Blue Hawks for the levelers. But yeah, I am now aware that he's got T2 vehicles on the field, and something I'm always weary about is Vanguard drops, because if your opponent has T2 vehicles on the field, and I wouldn't say losing, but I would say they're not winning by a lot, I'm always weary of Vanguard drops, just because I've been stung by them a lot of times in the past. I disabled my pips there. To be honest, I don't think I really need the pips at this point in the game. And yeah, he managed to take out that whole back side, which is bad for the economy, but I thankfully have a T2 force of my own coming out. That one vehicle fab's just gonna get some more metal, which is nice. Also, reclaim probably would have been a good idea. Getting up some bot stitches just to, well, reclaim. And you can see there, he bombed some fabricators, and that was probably quite good on his behalf. And he pulls out his air force, so that way, yeah, his air force is going to get away unscathed. Now, my T2 force there has managed to take out that leveler force, but not for free, that's for sure. And there's Gambiter there, but the vehicles can take out that metal. Air fabs, oh yeah, T2. T2, it's not great for a first air factory unless you're just rushing a snipe, but for a second air factory, it can be very powerful. And as we can see, I've completely won on the other side of the map, so all them units are safe to just move in. Now, I think at some point around here is when I start getting really nervous of drops, and I can't remember exactly when it is. But just because I had a little scout. I can't remember when I do it, but I know I do it. Here we go. All them units coming in. I think the units on the other side must got taken out without me even realizing. There goes in them T2 bots. At this sort of portion of the game, I'm just moving in. Oh, there comes the air. This is what I think. I don't care. I don't think it was a scout which made me nervous. I think it was this which made me weary of the Vanguard drop. And we can see some movement there, but it's all fighters. Now, I believe, unbeknownst to me, this was actually a bit of a ruse. And yeah, that Vanguard there, I don't know if you saw it, but that split-second Vanguard was enough to make me nervous. And there it is, Vanguard drop. And these can be deadly. It depends where you drop them. That was pretty unfortunate, might go on his behalf, because he only got 1 down. And if he got all 3 down, it very well could have been game over. Because at the very least, he could have torn through my base, if not killed me. But yeah, I had enough air force and bots there that I managed to survive the Vanguard drop. And yeah, I think that's very cool. GG, as I'm coming in from a few sides. It's got a strong force there, but there's the GG. And I think that was a pretty darn good game. But yeah, I will cut to the replay here because I didn't really record much of a replay. But yeah, I'll cut to the replay. Right, so this is the replay right here. Now, this stage of the game, I mean, I was winning because, well, it's the end of the game. Here's a little T2 eco up though, so yeah. But yeah, if we go back a bit to the more interesting the more even part of the match is what I'm trying to say. Go back a bit further. I think, yeah, my army was it was in favor for most of this game. Also, them two mechs there, I I just didn't claim them for so long. Like I really should have, but they were just sitting there in the back of my base doing nothing, which is a bit embarrassing. Yeah, it's still going. When did I think I just sent one fab to get it. Was that T2? Bit slow on my part. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's built it or T2 already. I am kind of on the avenues. Yeah, he's got that avenue. I think I was winning the avenues, but he's got that main avenue there, which he managed to lock down for me. Got some units there, and then he's built up a turret, and he's got another factory. I think he starts building a pelter, yeah. But he doesn't finish it because I managed to overwhelm there. If I just, yeah, got all them units in. Lots of sparks and infernos. So I think that whole side, I've got 3 vehicle factories as well as a bot factory division, and I think that whole side just sort of gets overwhelmed and wrecked before he had a chance to. Like, he did have some good mileage out of that, but not enough. Yeah, that's this side here with all the platforms. I had 2 fabs sent for it. Yeah, there. And they just get shot down. Oh, no, that's unlucky because they were just about to get saved by the other docks, but no. But yeah, I reckon if them 2 fabs didn't die, I could have claimed that whole side because it wasn't until right about here, right? Yeah, here. Nope, where is it? There it is. Until that guy, that vehicle fabber finally came out, that I finally got some metal there. Otherwise, I reckon I could have got a lot of the side there. Also, I want to say this whole side here, it's very hard to defend but there is a lot of metal there. So I think it's, as I've been told many a time in the past, really important to try and go for them areas because even though it's really hard to defend, there's still a lot of metal there, so it's always good to at least try and take some of it. But yeah, well played to my opponent, Red Arrow. He did say I was on a bit of a losing streak, but he did he did manage to beat me a game after this in the exact same match. Well, not right after, but you know, after this. And also, yeah, I'm 8th for platinum now, so it's good to know. And I shall thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. So goodbye for now.